Okay, this will be an interesting one. Let's see how this one turns out. It's going to be a tricky one maybe, I don't know. Going here, so we're going to make this one 350 by 350. Right. We're not going there, we just decided it. We're just going to go here. Okay, a little bit of contrast. Going light with the copy density. And the colour balance. Right, okay, what'll this one be? I wonder what this one's going to look like when we do it. It is an ad cut out of a shopper docket. I just cut this out of a shopper docket. I like the colours and the shapes. This is just a part of a shopper docket. It's like, I don't know who calls it shopper dockets, Coles or Woolworths, but they still do, as far as supermarkets go, or big supermarket chains, they're probably very similar. They do a lot of things similar that's highly competitive between Coles and Woolies. If you're not an Aussie, you don't know about Coles and Woolies. They're like the two biggest supermarkets in Australia. And I think the third one is Aldi. I'm not sure. But Aldi is a German-owned company, so if you're German, you should know. You should probably know what Aldi is. That looks nice, but it's not what I want. So I'm just going to put that aside and try another. But yeah, Aldi is of course German-owned, if I'm correct, and they've been in Australia now for quite some time. But yeah, they've got some really good, cheap, highly competitive deals to compete with the two big chains, Woolies and Coles. But they don't have the same, typically they don't have the same variety that Coles and Woolies has. But it's like you don't have all the fancy shelving and all that. It's a lot more Spartan in layout. You got to do a lot of things on your own. They don't give you free shopping bags like Woolies and Coles used to do, but Woolies and Coles are now turned to primarily reusable bags, or that's what they're trying to do. So I'm wondering if we're going to do another one, see if we can make this one better. But basically, yeah, it's highly competitive, these two big chains. Yeah, so we're just going to slide this across again. This is a really difficult one, I'm finding it. So trying to get a really nice shape to the movement. There, that looks quite nice actually. I quite like that little bit in the middle. So we're probably going to take a section out of it, if I can. So I'll just get rid of this and put it on the recycle pile. And we're just going to take a section out of that and just put the other one away that we just did and didn't want. So now we're going to, I'm just going to play with the buttons and just put it into copied paper mode. So we're going to make this one using the A6 area. So we're going to basically take this and we're going to go and put it like that. We're just going to overlap it a bit so we don't get as much border. Trying to think. So we're going to enlarge that about 200%, if I'm correct. I'm just trying to work out how to do this. It's not easy. So we're just going to clear off our previous ones. We're going to basically, we're going to use this for the vertical, and we're going to make it 200 for the horizontal. So we're going to stretch it out and hopefully get a nice diamond in the middle of there. So now I've forgotten something. I forgot to check my settings to see if I need to make some tweaks to this while I'm using the copy density is light. It's going in the middle, and I think that's all we need to do, and we're just going to start again. See if we've made this look good. Let's see if this primarily blue and yellow stuff looks good. Yeah, that looks interesting. I was thinking, it's hard to tell what we're going to make as the centre. I think we're going to make the black as the centre, not the diamond bit, but it still looks good. We're just going to make this the centre. So it stands out from the rest of the job, from the rest of the image, should I say. So let's just see what we do. Okay, there's our second one. The colours look really bright. There's a little bit of background there, but we won't worry about that too much. Let's see, we've got this one, which is the same as this, pretty much. So it's identical as far as we know. Anyway, that's that. And now we're just going to print off our two mirrors. So we're just going to find our little mirror image button. We're just going to punch it in and then punch out two copies of the same thing. Okay. Okay, there are mirrors. So the mirrors are going to go, just going to move the other images away that are in the corner there. So we're just going to lay these out. So that's one mirror and that's the other. Oops, we just nudged it. Fuck, I hate it when I do that. We have a problem with a border. I didn't know that the border along here was going to be, but that's okay. At least it's not on the inside of the mirror image segments. So we can, I was thinking I could get away with I thought enlarging only one way, it wouldn't matter. But oh fuck, I'm confused. I just can't do certain things in my head. I get overloaded a bit, so it's a bit difficult. But trying to do this is not easy. I mean, even using a photocopier in an office is not easy. So even for the average person in an office, sometimes using the photocopier is really, really hard. I sort of push myself, I try to push myself hard as much as I can to get it really good, to get really good images out of these fuck-ass pieces of shit, basically. And trying to line these up nice and neat for presentation. It's not, presentation is one of the hard parts. Simple, but it's difficult. It's fucking hard trying to avoid these angles that we've got them on and the way we nudge them when we try to do our best not to nudge them. So we just can't seem to get this one to be straight. It seems to be crooked. For some reason, we've just got the layout wrong. Something's not in position properly and it's interfering with the rest of the positioning. So I'm just wondering if this is going to be good enough. I think you can see how nice it is overall. So I think we can call that one quits.